While you're rocking with us at Toxic Radio, don't forget to check us out on social media.
I want details, and I want them right now.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Now you're talking, brother.
Chat with us, keep up on news. Just don't make it weird. Don't be a stalker. Don't be that guy.
You just want to suck the joy out of everything.
Toxic Radio. Get infected.
In the beginning, there was radio.
The radio is one of the outstanding developments of the 20th century.
A radio transmitter was used for large-scale public entertainment.
Then came computers.
You gotta keep up with the times, you know.
Imprints of man's never-ending path of progress.
Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy computer boxes to use.
Shall we play a game?
The internet tied it all together.
The internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities.
A bright new era dawning. A new dimension in communication.
It is possible to establish communication instantaneously from any place at any time.
And now it's the 21st century, and we've made it all toxic.
Hold on to your hats.
Okay, we're ready to roll.
This is Toxic Radio. Don't play it safe. Play it toxic.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Hey guys, dating life gone pretty shitty?
I find you so creepy, I think you should have to walk around with a bell around your neck.
Finding yourself getting a little desperate for some female companionship?
Alexa, tell me you love me.
Hell no. You disgust me.
What you need is to upgrade your style right now. The Toxic Store's got exactly what you need. Pick up some stylish gear featuring Deviant Gamer, Toxic Radio, and the Heavy Metal Happy Hour.
Oh, yeah!
You can find the store through the Toxic Radio app or toxicradio.net. Get in the game.
Do I make you horny, baby?
Get yourself a little love.
That guy's getting boobies.
Yeah, he is.
Toxic Radio and the Toxic Store. Don't buy it safe. Buy it toxic. Hey, miss an episode of Relationships 101? Don't sweat it. We got you covered. You can catch up on episodes on the Toxic Radio app, toxicradio.net, or wherever you get podcasts, like iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, and Odyssey. And don't forget to follow John on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Remember, just like any relationship, communication is key. Keep in touch.
What's going on, everybody? I want to thank you all for tuning in for another edition of Relationships 101. I'm your host this evening, your Dr. Love, for the next 60 minutes, and my name is John Evans. So first things first, I want to start off by thanking everyone for tuning in. I know these next few months are going to be rough because, let's just face facts, we're in competition with a monster, the NFL. So, not a lot of folks are going to, stop watching that to tune into a podcast. But those of you who are, I thank you and I appreciate you. And then even if you don't, tonight it's a killer game on. You have the Eagles taking on the Cowboys. So, even if you're not watching it, please, I encourage you to find some time throughout the week to tune in, watch us, listen to us on, the different many platforms, whether it's the Toxic Radio app, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever, you prefer. But like I said, please find time to tune in and, keep posted, and I appreciate that. We're going to start off with a few stories first, and we'll dive into the topic. This first story is by someone named Lisa, and I'm going to call this, I'm not crazy about the title, but it explains in the story. It's called Poopy Blanket. Now, she says that they spend a lot of time together naked. So With that being said, her boyfriend was wrapped up in a blanket and he had gas. And while he was covered up in the blanket, he had gas, and she noticed that, he sprayed on the blanket. Anyone unfamiliar with that? He left a few specks of fecal matter on the blanket. So she didn't think nothing about it, thought it was funny at the time, figured, hey, he's going to toss the blanket aside and, wash it. What bothered her was that the very next day he was cooking breakfast wrapped up in that blanket in the kitchen. She told him that she had refused to eat anything he was cooking for the simple fact that he was wrapped up in that poopy blanket. He got upset, and basically she's wondering, was she wrong for refusing to eat any of that food? I mean, hell no. No, you was not wrong for that. I mean, he should have had common sense not to want to wrap up in that blanket no more after he defecated on it, whether it was accidentally, purposely, or what. I mean, the blanket should have went straight in the washing machine. What's going on, Mr. Entertainment? What's up, brother? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. That's one half of the dynamic duo, the Entertainment Experience. They will be on here next Monday. That blanket should have went in the washing machine immediately. Should have never been tossed aside and should have never been thought about being picked up and thrown over his shoulders again. No. So you was not wrong at all. It's a shame that even would have to be a debate. But hey, hey, what's going on, Lauren? How are you doing? Well, if you're just chiming in, I will rerun this story again. I have Lisa, and she's chiming in. Her and her boyfriend. Long story short, they chill around the crib naked. Her boyfriend was wrapped up in a blanket, had gas, and sprayed on it. Left fecal matter on the blanket. And at the time, she just, figured, hey, we're going to toss that aside, okay, I don't think, neither one of us are going to fool with that anymore. The next morning, she wakes up, her boyfriend is making her breakfast wrapped up in that poopy blanket. And she wants to know, was she wrong because she told him, I'm not eating anything you serve as long as you're wrapped up in that blanket, still touching that blanket, still fooling with that blanket. She wants to know, was she wrong? And I said, no, she was not wrong in no way, shape, or form. That blanket should have immediately went into the washing machine. What possessed him to want to pick it back up and wrap it over his shoulders for whatever reason, I have no idea. But yeah, that's where we're at, Laura. There's nothing else to say about that. Tanya Groom's butter, what's going on, girl? She said, come on now, that's just nasty, and I'm not even hungry. Okay, and I agree with you. That is nasty. That's beyond nasty. That's beyond nasty. But Laura said, what the actual F? Yes. That's how he was getting down. Yeah. Angelo chimes in. The homie shorted on a blanket and carried it in the kitchen to cook. Yes, sir. That's what he did. He Superman caped that thing over his shoulders and made a romantic breakfast for her. I don't know what possessed the brother to do something like that. And he knew. I'm not gonna, say that, oh, he didn't know that he did that. He knew because they tossed it aside the night before. So what made him pick it back up? I do not know, but that was utterly disgusting. Angelo says, laughing my ass off. He's shitty Linus. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yep. A man from the Peanuts. Yep. His blanket had shit on it, but yes, sir, he's a shitty Linus. I don't want you to think that we're making light of this, Lisa. Well, actually we are, but it is what it is. It's just, it is what it is. You weren't wrong. you weren't wrong. And I'm going to tell you now, if that blanket has not been washed yet, throw it the fuck away. Okay? Don't keep it. Don't keep it. The next one is coming from Jenny, and it's called I Smell Catfish. Now, we talk about ghosting a lot on here, but one thing I don't think we've talked about yet was catfishing. We'll get on to that in another episode. But she says she has a friend, guy friend, and she's worried for him because she feels as though he's being catfished. Now, he met this young lady on a website called OkCupid. Back in my heyday, I actually fooled with OkCupid. I didn't know it was still, that popping, but okay. They met on OkCupid. She claims she's a virgin, vegan like him, likes the same sports as him, everything. But she won't do a video chat at all. And they were supposed to meet. And all of a sudden, her dad had a stroke and her mom got cancer. Wow. All in the same month. She was supposed to send him a pic, but her camera on her phone had broke. She just got a job as a doctor in the same hospital that her dad is at. Convenient. So she tried to call and confirm her name, and guess what? No one is there under that name. She told my friend that she works for an agency and she's a traveling doctor. You know what? I'm going to stop right here. There's a lot of things that go off here. There's a lot of red flags here. Right, thank you, Angelo. Lies. A lot of red flags here. Okay. All this stuff that they have in common. Well, what would have got me was the fact that the dad had a stroke and the mom got cancer all in the same month. And that was the same month that they were supposed to get together and do a face-to-face, meet each other. So that was a major red flag right there. She can't send pics because the camera's broke on her phone. She got a job, coincidentally, as a doctor at the same hospital her father's in. But no one on that roster is registered under that name. She's a traveling doctor. Okay. Yeah, Jenny, your friend's getting catfished. Tanya Groom's butler chimes in. She says, liar. Yes, he's being catfished. I don't know. There's no specifics on whether he sent any money or anything like that. She did say that he already told her that he feels as though he's in love with her, which is a bit strange and odd also because they haven't met. No, you're right, Angelo. Mr. Entertainment says do not send any money. No. They haven't met. He hasn't even seen her. So I'm wondering how love can even come in the equation. She said they talk and text all day. This just sounds like a scam, pure and simple. I mean, this actually sounds deeper than catfishing, but yeah, this is definitely a scam. You may have to sit down and have a cold hard talk with your friend and let them know this ain't adding up in this universe or another. I don't know who you are, young man, but if you're watching, there's plenty of other women out there. This is not adding up, at all. On paper, she's told you everything that you wanted to hear. You guys have a lot in common, and that's what they do to lure you in. That sounds like she's a dude. Well, we are known for those actions. Yes, I'll give you that, Mr. Entertainment. We good for telling women what they want to hear. And that's what I'm saying. That's what it sounds like this young lady has done. Told this young man what he's wanted to hear. But he fell for these BS lies. The camera on my phone broke. I can't come see you. My dad just had a stroke. Same month that my mom was put in the hospital for cancer. Well, if her luck is that bad, you definitely want to stay the hell away from her because ain't no telling who gonna get sick next. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, trust me, you want to leave this alone and, tell your boy it's a wrap. It's not real. It's not real at all. He's being deceived and, he should just go back on OkCupid or some other site and look for someone else. Tanya Groom's butler chimes in. She says he's vulnerable and gullible. Yeah, vulnerable and gullible. Hopefully he could shake that shit. Being gullible is easily spotted, Mr. Entertainment says. And it is. You can damn near smell it on a person sometimes. Yeah. Hopefully he can shake that shit, because if not, sound like she gonna have a field day with him. I got one last one here. And it's a doozy. It's from Jeff. He said he dated a girl who scammed his family out of $300,000. She shaved her head and said she had cancer. And due to the chemo, that's why her hair was short. After a year of dating, she claimed the chemo was too expensive. Her mom and dad gave $200,000. Her aunt and uncle gave another $100,000. She even presented everyone with medical reports. Well, the weekend she went in for treatment, I couldn't get her on the phone. I went to the hospital she was supposed to get treatment at. They said no such person by that name was scheduled for treatment. 3 weeks later, me and my sister go to a party, and guess who's there? Wow. Tiana chimes in. She says, damn, shaking my head. First of all, I don't want to make light of this situation, but I got to give credit where credit is due. She's good. Not that folks should be deceived or anything like that, but let's think about the lengths that she went through to get this money. She shaved her own head, falsified documents for sure. How hard is that? She shaved her head. If that's not commitment to the bit, I don't know what is. But she shaved her head and said it was the chemo that had her hair so short. She provided proof, falsified documents that she had cancer and was getting chemo treatments. Let's think about the homework that you got to go into, the connections that you need to get that type of paperwork to get falsified. This was way bigger than her. Tanya Groom's butler chimed in, says you getting rushed to the concrete. No doubt. But let's think about this. This is way bigger than her. Mr. Entertainment says, not too good. I have a great lawyer for things like this. It better be Big Al. But all I'm saying is, yes, Tiana, she's definitely crafty. This is way bigger than her. I don't believe she did this by herself. She had to have someone else, a team of people with her. It's like I said, she went G.I. Jane. Yes, she did, Mr. Entertainment, and she stuck with that role. The paperwork, the shaved head, all of that. If I was an emoji, that's what I would give her. Yes, kudos to that, because that's some strong deception. But let's think about this. After a year, as it says right here, after a year dating, she claimed the chemo was too expensive. You have cancer, and a year later, you're not realizing she's getting any sicker, not losing any more weight, can't hold down no food, no anything. A year, I'm a good liar, but I can only do that but for so long. Then I'm going back to, regular John. I mean, she really must have played you guys to the T, where for a full year, she had you guys thinking that she had cancer. To the point where your mom and dad gave her $200,000 and your aunt and uncle gave her another $100,000. Y'all got money like that to give away, Jeff? You got a sister? Nah, let me stop. But She provided medical reports. Mr. Entertainment said the internet made it a lot easier to be a crook, but also accessible to be caught. Food for thought, which is true. Made it a lot easier for people to be crooks. PPP loans, for one, and accessible to be caught because those people are being caught as we speak. But she's good. I don't know. How did you? It's so much to this. I have questions for, and I want to unpack on. How did you go back to your family and let them know that, hey, I think I was deceived? She's not at the hospital. They don't have her name. This is a lot of money these people forked out. The price of a home. What did you tell your family? What was their reaction? That's heavy. That's real heavy. 3 weeks later, you and your sister see her at a party? What did you do? What was your reaction? Excuse me, what was your sister's reaction? I am not an advocate of men hitting women. No way, shape, or form does this show support that. But I ain't gonna lie, I'd have been in a fit of rage. $300,000, I'd have probably beat somebody's ass. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's not money you can get right back. That's definitely a felony if she's caught. Yes, it is. And I would hope that these people did press charges on her. Because, like I said, that's a lot of money, and that's just not something you can get back overnight. So, wise words of MC Hammer. If I would have saw her at that party, man, I'd have turned that mother out. I'm telling you. Mr. Entertainment said she would have been part of the floor of that club. I got sisters. Hey, look, I'd have had some female friends on her, but hey, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have threw in a few stomps myself. 300,000. Now imagine he had to answer to his family for this. So I can imagine. Had it been my son and something like that, happened, I would have been livid at him. I'm not going to lie. So I can imagine his family was pissed with him. Matter of fact, I'm going to say livid because that's 3 degrees past piss. So, yeah, I would have been livid. And I'm quite sure his family was with him too. So, man, Jeff, if you can, please touch back. And because there's so much more I'd like to know about this. Very interesting story. Tiana says clearly I'm talking to the wrong people because they don't even have $30 to give away. Yeah, you definitely, Ruthie Kilowatts Johns. What's going on? She said, word, bro. But yes, yeah, I think we all fooling with the wrong people. I ain't never had people that's been able to give away money like that. Mr. Entertainment says, I would have done that anyway. How long was they together? He said, I wouldn't have done it anyway. How long was they together? It doesn't say the exact time, but he said after a year later is when she said the chemo. So they definitely had a year underneath their belt. I agree with you. I wouldn't have done it either. We would have had to been married. I don't care how strong the girlfriend-boyfriend dynamic was. She had cancer and it was very pricey. I probably would have told her, hey, I'll see you in the rapture, but I don't have any money like that. I don't know what to tell you. If she's strong enough, hey, try to get it a few more times before she go away. I don't know, but I would not have given her that money either. No, not at all. And he didn't. Technically he didn't. Mr. Entertainment said, I would have told her to say hi to Jesus for me. But, his parents felt bad. Tiana Johnson, she says, the hell with Jeff. We need her on the show. I have questions for her. I do too, because I'm telling you. Hey, look. Hey, if you getting 300,000 out of people, hey, we could travel across the globe, become millionaires in 6 months. God damn. That's not funny, but yeah. She has a skill set on her. Man. Yeah, she has a skill set on her. What was that movie? Ocean's 11, they ain't got shit on her. Because that's a one-man team right there doing that. You're right. I do need her on the show. If she's a listener, please get in touch with me. I will provide transportation, food, whatever you need. We'll do craft catering services for you if that's what you like, because we have some questions for you that need to be answered. Jeff, I'm sorry, man, this happened to you. Next time you meet a girl and she tell you she got cancer, just haul ass. Mr. Entertainment says, I need a loan. Bring her on. That's right, brother. We all need that bag. I'm trying to get her on here. I'm trying to get her on here. Whatever it takes. Yes. Inquiring minds want to know. I'm 47 and I've never been that crafty a day in my life. Damn. But yeah. We're half past the hour. Topics of the show tonight is how to keep that spark alive through communication. Communication brings couples closer, builds chemistry and love. Convos you have with your partner plays a strong role in how happy and how strong your relationships become. Truly believe that. No matter how difficult some topics may be, talking about them makes things a whole lot easier. Eases tensions, which helps your relationship grow. It doesn't matter if you're in a new relationship or you've been married for years. These topics will not only get you closer to your lover, but it would also give you some great talking points to discuss. Now, the first one I like because, there's no way I just don't see how you can get in an argument and you can talk various topics and go round and round and round about this. Planning something for the weekend, or as I like to call, a vacation. Weekends can be rough enough, especially if you got kids, between work, just life, period. I know it's times where and my kids are older. My daughter / manager is 18, my son's 15, but between that and if you have small kids, work, bills, everything else, sometimes at the end of the day, you ain't got 5 damn minutes for yourself before you got to go to bed and start the rat race all over again. So planning, little trips, getaways, weekend getaways, vacations, whatever you want to call them, are definitely healthy for any relationship. Planning them, gives you things to talk about, gets you things to get excited over, to discuss and agree on, plan on. So, yeah, I'm a firm believer on that. Weekend getaways and stuff like that. Those are great talk points. You can sit down, have a few drinks. What do you want to do this weekend? I'm thinking about, us going here, there, whether, you agree on it. If you don't agree on it, pick another spot, and it doesn't even have to be far. It can be close to home, or some people call them staycations. I don't really get that, but, okay, to each their own. But yes, definitely plan a weekend away. Great conversation piece. Try it. Let me know how that works for you. The next one doesn't really work for me, but work. Talking about work. Me personally, it's something I hate doing. I oftentimes get asked how my work day was, and my reply is always the same. It was a day. I don't want to unpack things from work because, it could, what pissed me off during the day, I don't want to bring home and it agitate me. And I'm just like, I can be very petty at times. So I could be like, fine when I get home. And you want to talk about work, and I talk about how someone, agitated me at work. And I'm just like, you know what? See, motherfucker, I was fine till you got to wanting to talk about work. But it happens like that sometimes. So Yeah, but talking about work gives you a great deal of things to talk about, whether it's coworkers, whether it's promotions, whether it's, bosses. There's always something to talk about, and you get a better understanding of each other's days and problems. So, talking about work is a good thing. That's something I need to work on myself. Be a little more open and a little more descriptive about my work day. Who knows? I talk about communication. Communication helps, and it does. So, even your doctor of love needs help at times. And that is one area that I definitely need help talking about. That is my work day. Mr. Entertainment says, facts, laughing my ass off. Yes, sir. And I'm a firm believer in that. Sometimes I just don't want to unpack a bad day when I get home. But, if talking about it makes it better, sure, I'm all for it. The next one is sex. Now, who doesn't love talking about that? I don't know anyone that doesn't love talking about that. Unless you're Archie or Edith. Those are the only two people I know that didn't want to talk about sex. But yeah, everyone, that's a topic everyone likes talking about. What turns you on, favorite positions, sensitive spots, fantasies, any other things related to sex, those are things that you need to talk about and lead to something else. But everyone loves talking about that because there's always a major plus when you do talk about that. But the flip side to that also includes problems that you may be having in that area also. Problems in the bed. And these things need to be spoke up and talked about because it can wind up biting you in the ass. And, who wants to live unfulfilled life? I don't think anyone does. Whether, it's performance or reduced sex drive, these things need to be talked about and discussed in a sensitive way. Mr. Entertainment says salt and pepper, laughing my ass up. Yes, sir. Well, and I'm gonna share a short story. I'm not gonna say this person's name. For one, I don't want to humiliate him, and two, he could really whoop my ass. So no, I'm not gonna use his name. But he was having problems in his relationship, and his woman, well, they was married. His wife would leave him from time to time. And I never, ever will forget this. We had a conversation and he told me, he said, your problem right there is you busy in the bedroom trying to have sex for like an hour. He said, no, all you got to do is give your woman 5 good minutes of sticking, 5 minutes of hard pounding in the bedroom. That's all she needs. I looked at him. I said, you're serious? He said, hell yeah. I told him, I said, motherfucker, you better take some warning days if you sitting up there thinking like that. And it triggered in my mind. I thought to myself, you know what? That's why she was always leaving him. Problems in the bedroom. He thinking he's doing something, going in there, giving her that 5-minute asthma attack, jumping up and down on her. And in reality, she probably hasn't even begun yet. It just didn't faze her. He's laying next to her. Let's face facts. Semen dripping down him like, pancake butter. And he thinking he did something. In reality, he didn't do anything. All he did was cause more problems. Left her with a life of unfulfillment in the bedroom. They never discussed it, and being that she was unfulfilled, she went out elsewhere and got it. And those things happen if you don't discuss it. She probably should have told him, hey, look, motherfucker, these 5 minutes ain't working. I need you to do something about it. Maybe not in those choice words, but, it should have been discussed. It should have been discussed. And that's why I say, sex is a great topic, but, it's always a downside if, it's not working for you, something's not working for you, whether it's performance, how many times you're having it, whatever it is, that should be talked about too. That should be talked about too. And it should be talked about in a respectful manner where you guys can overcome that, work it out, and take it to the next level. The next one is worries and stress. What worries you? What stresses you out? There's a lot of things in life that does that. It could be bills, it could be work, it could be kids, it could be health issues, it could be family. It may not be anything in your household. It could be outside, entities that, bring stress and worries into a household. These are things that definitely need to be talked about, need to be discussed. They could actually lay on your relationship like a wet blanket and, bring a lot of, I would say, turmoil into it if it's not discussed and, talked about, how you handle these things. I hate both too, brother. Mr. Entertainment says, I hate too. Yeah, I hate worries and I hate stress. And these things dictate how your relationship operates. And if not, it builds and it festers until one of you blow up on each other. And that's the last thing you want, where you could have easily just sat down and talked things out rationally. I'm someone that I try to do my best not to let things worry me or stress me out. And I'm a talker. Anyone who knows me, I'm a talker. I'll talk to you till my jaw is about to break. But and that's a good thing. Some people feel as though I don't want to worry. Well, I don't want to bother anyone with, my issues and, to keep them festered. Or one of the things that I hate, and people have a good habit of doing this, they'll let it fester, they'll let it build until it's the slightest thing, like the straw that broke the camel's back. Then next thing you know, you get this, all this fury, and they're taking it out on you over something that was totally unrelated to the issue at hand. And why? Because they had all this other stuff that was on their mind. They had let build up instead of talking about it like a rational human being. It happens. We're human, but it doesn't always have to go that route, Talk. That's what you guys are in each other's lives for, to be each other's rock. Talk things out. Ain't that right, Mike? Mike is like, me? Yes, you.
You gotta give.
You dropped the ball on that one.
You gotta give board op engineer extraordinaire Jamie a moment to reach over and hit my microphone so I could speak.
Now it's Jamie's fault. Okay, you dropped the ball. I'm just fooling around.
I always pass the ball as much as I can to the other guy. Come on.
No, I know you do. I'm just fooling around. But would you agree that that's why you guys are in each other's lives? To be there for each other, be each other's shoulder to lean on when problems, worries and stress.
Be each other. Yeah, we there was something you brought up last week. Be each other's best friend.
Yeah.
Be your significant other's biggest cheerleader. And there was something that was said before that I really liked. When I win, you win. When you win, yes. I win. It's not a competition. If one of us is winning, the other one is supporting, we both are winning.
That's right.
I love that type of mentality, that type of thought process about all this. Mm-hmm. If you've got issues, I've got issues. If you're sad, I'm sad. If you're winning, I'm winning. It's a team. Me and my girl always write back and forth whenever one feels bad or one of us feels like we did something wrong to the other. It's always #team. That's what we always write down.
Get out of here. I like that.
Always write down.
I might have to steal that from you.
#team. When
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because you got to be a team. You got to be a team.
All the time, 24/7, no off days.
24/7, no off days. Even when you're arguing, even when you got problems, you know what? You get it out. At the end of it, you're still a team. You're still a team.
Yes, indeed. You're still a team.
Still building that empire.
Yep.
And that's another thing I always said. I didn't want to. Not only did I want a best friend, but I always wanted somebody that has the same goals as me, the same outlook on life, and the same urge and want to build an empire. And it doesn't have to, when you say build an empire, it's not the Jay-Z and Beyonce empire. It doesn't have to be this giant mansion. It's just building that life that you both want, right. Whether it's, two incomes and getting by in an apartment, but just getting by comfortably and having a good time, whether it's a house, whatever your goals are, getting to that goal, getting to that ability to just relax with each other and enjoy.
Let me ask you a quick question, because this week just started, so it would have been last week. Last week I got into a debate. I told you Mondays are rough for me.
Yeah,
but
dude, I see it when you come in here. But then the microphone goes on and you're good to go.
I try. But I got into a debate last week on Facebook, and you're talking about being a power team, a power couple.
Yes.
The debate was a question, when couples move together, should the man pay 100% of all the bills and everything? And my reply to them was, no, it's not fair. How can we be a power couple if everything's on one person? A power couple is two people working together, two hustlers, not a hustler and a leech.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just, it didn't make sense to me.
With respect to that, though, at the same token, if the individuals are blessed enough or have had enough good stuff happen in their life that the man is able to make enough income for the woman, or, I mean, it's, it is 2021. If the female makes enough money where the man can stay home, if that is something where the person that is staying at home isn't being a leech, but is continuing that build, continuing that strive, that grind to get to where they want to be, whether it's a side hustle, whether it's raising the children in a way that you're not putting them in daycare, whatever reason it is or whatever agreement you come to, that can also be a hashtag team where you're both working towards the same goal. But it shouldn't be one or the other going, you work, I'm going to sit here and play Call of Duty all day.
There you go.
Now I've seen situations where girls, and I'll be honest with you, it's also guys too. And you see a lot of the dudes doing it. It's usually these real skinny, scrawny looking dudes with the Joe Dirt beard that do it.
I hope. Did you just describe me? Shit, bro.
Little bit.
No.
But these are the guys. There's a meme out there with the guy behind the girl, and he's holding her as she's paying for something, and it's this is what a leech looks like. But those type of dudes, no, you gotta, or girls you gotta stay away from. But whatever works in your relationship to make it to the level that you want to be, that you feel good and comfortable and could continue on a positive journey with your relationship, it's all good.
Right. And I agree 100% with you on that. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you chiming in, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The next one we're going to hit on are secrets. I believe everyone has secrets in a relationship. I don't care how open, how honest, how much you love each other. Everyone has a secret in their relationship. Are they good? Are they bad? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I do believe that everyone has a secret. You know why? Because everyone has a past. There's something in someone's life that they did not feel proud doing, that they don't want anyone else to know, and people change. You could have lived a scandalous lifestyle back in the day and you just didn't want anyone to know about it. Well, Bernie Mac once said sometimes the right thing to do ain't always the right thing to do. And I'm a firm believer on that. They say talking and sharing secrets can be healthy, but I also believe that it can be a Pandora's box also. My advice is be careful with that. Be careful what you choose to share, because sometimes secrets have a way of biting you in your ass. Some things should stay buried. Now, I'm not saying I'm absolutely correct on that. That's just my feelings on that. But, some people believe that sitting up, sharing secrets can, deepen a relationship, bring you closer to one another. It could drive you apart also. I gotta bring Mike on here because he has he has an active relationship. How are you with secrets?
Everybody's got to have secrets.
Are you the type of boyfriend that wants to share everything and
So with me, and this isn't the type of boyfriend. I'm just a very open, very I don't keep a lot of secrets in general.
Right.
I am just very open. If we're at the bar, if we're just chilling, for the most part, I'm an open book. I let everybody know everything. Now, at the same token, in any relationship, there are a certain degree of quote-unquote secrets or little white lies that you tell, and these aren't vindictive or mean or
right.
are meant to hurt anybody lies. These are, tell me I'm pretty when your girl just woke up, her hair's half on this side looking like something about Mary with her clothes that have barbecue sauce on the front because she fell asleep eating ribs or something. This has never happened, but I'm just saying.
I follow you.
And she wants to be told she's pretty, and you're gonna goddamn right, you're gonna tell her she's pretty.
But I'm talking about those deep secrets that you don't want anyone to know. What was that movie? I Know What You Did Last Summer. Like if it was a secret like that. Tanya Groves Butler says, I'm taking mine to the gravy. Well, and I feel the same way. And like I said, I'm a petty individual. I'm the type of person where if I share a secret, you got to give me something too, because after you tell me mine, I'm going to let you know. Now, motherfucker, you tell mine, I'm going to tell yours. So, I hate to be like that, but,
So sadly, in my scenario, and because you know me, you've started to learn about me. I like to talk, love talking on a microphone. I love being the entertainer, kind of like Mr. Entertainment. I sometimes have diarrhea of the mouth where I'll say too much, and I'll admit to too much of things that people don't even want to hear,
right?
Don't even want to know. So I have the opposite, which is sometimes a curse, but at the same token, at least you know everything, and now you get to choose whether or not
you stick
my
around
past or what I have done or where I've been or what I've seen. If it's too much, I'm a firm believer in, at a certain point in a relationship, putting it all on the table and saying, this is it. This is everything. This is where I've been. This is what I was. This is how because everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does stuff. There was a movie one time that I was watching, Kevin Smith movie. I can't remember the name of it. The girl was a lesbian. She started dating Ben Affleck. Somebody say it in the chat room. Anyway, in the movie, she admits that she had a threesome. Or the guy finds out that she had a threesome. They're dating, and he finds out, and it ruins him. He can't stop thinking about the fact that this girl had a threesome, that she had two dudes and her. And he can't, it just hurts him to the core. And she says, this is before I even knew you. This is before we even started dating. This is when you weren't even a figment of my imagination, and don't judge me by what I've done. And that was a secret that she didn't want him to know, and he found out. And those kind of secrets can ruin a relationship.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. And it can, but at the same token, if you put it out there and say, this is who I was, this is what I did, I'm not that person anymore, or I am that person, it allows the other person to make an educated, better decision, and you hope that they say, you know what, it's cool. Yeah. We are who we are now.
You could find someone to be like that. Yeah. I mean, that's why I said secrets are very they're dangerous things because they can chasing.
That's the name
Amy.
of the movie. Chasing
Thank
Amy.
you, Laura.
That's the name.
Yeah. Secrets can be very dangerous. I mean, they can take you to the next level, or they could bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
So that's a coin flip right there.
It is, and you've got to be confident and ready for that coin to to drop on heads or tails. You got to be ready for that.
Right. That's why I'm taking mine to the grave. Me and you, Tanya, we taking them to the grave. Yes, indeedy. You know, I've done some shit that if I come clean about, they will haul ass. Yes. Smoke trails. Yes.
I've told my girl, I can't think of anything I haven't told her. I've even told her personal things that I don't tell nobody.
Hey.
Don't tell nobody. Things that, like, we all have those certain things that, like, happen to us, you know, when nobody's around or what have you.
Right.
And we keep that secret because we don't want nobody knowing. We don't even certain things we don't tell our doctors. But I tell her. And then she looks over at me and goes, "That's it? that's what you were afraid of telling me? Stupid."
That's what's up, though. Now that's special. That's special.
Yeah.
That's special. Tanya Grooms Butler chimes in. She says, "Yes, that's right. We taking him to the grave. We taking him to the grave." Only two. Lord chimes in and says, "He must love me." Yes, he does. You know it. You know it. Yeah. So I'm with Tanya. You know, only 3 people gonna know me, that person, and Jesus. That's it.
Don't take it to the grave. Make that if you know it's coming. Make that your last thing. Let everybody know all the secrets. It's like that guy who's gonna die who, like, knows what happens in Roswell, or knows what happened, some conspiracy theory, or knows some dirty secret of something. You wait till you're on that bed, and then you let everybody know. You drop that A-bomb. You drop that A-bomb.
I'm not good at that, and you're going to find something else about me, people. I'm not good at that because a lot of people, what do they call it? You know, get ahead of the train before the crash. I can't do that. You know, I live by a saying, you ain't cheating if you ain't trying. Hey, lie till you die. So, you know, I could see it happening and still start lying about it. Like, no, I would.
Lie till you die.
Lie till you die.
My mother used to have a saying, just lie. If you lie enough and you stick to your lie, the lie becomes the truth.
That's right.
And I remember looking at my mother going, "You're my mother. Why are you teaching me this?"
That's right. If you believe it hard enough, it becomes the truth.
Love you, Ma.
Yes.
Teaching your baby boy right.
Fully in support of that. Yes.
See, look at this.
Yes.
I'm fully in support of this.
Yes. So, I mean, I'm just not good at that. You know, it's been Tanya Grooms Butler, she says, "Me too." She's part of the movement also. Yes.
You guys are the worst.
Hey, you could give me a chance to tell the truth, and I'm still not going to do it. Like I said, you ain't cheating if you ain't trying. That's just the way I'm.
All right, Shaggy. It wasn't me. But
that's the way I'm going down. That's just the way it's going down.
You didn't see nothing.
No. Lord chimes, she says, "That does not build a good relationship." I never said I was perfect. Perfect.
And to go with John's thing, I mean, what you don't know doesn't really hurt you.
That's right.
So as long as he keeps it,
no one's getting hurt.
Yeah.
And let me say this, I'm working on myself every day. Every day. It's not an easy job either. It's not an easy job.
No.
Sometimes I feel like I need a team of researchers around me, much like the Elephant Man had. But I mean, I try. Try.
I say it all the time. Every single day I wake up trying to be a better version of myself. You try and be a better version of yourself from the day before, whether it's in a relationship, at work, with people, wherever it is in your life, a father. You try and be a better version of the one you were before. Nobody's going to be perfect.
That's right. Yep. That is right. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Laura said the truth always comes out and it always hurts. Now, see, that's why I said sometimes the right thing to do ain't always the right thing to do. Truth does hurt. It does. And it always has a way of surfacing. You are correct, Laura. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So, yeah, you know, Tanya says she's going to try. I'm trying to try, she says. I'm trying to try. You know what, Tanya? I'm going to try, too. That didn't sound too convincing, but I am going to try, too. See, I'm man enough to admit that didn't sound convincing, but, you know, I am going to try. When, I don't know, but I am going to try. I'm not setting a date on it, but it's going to happen sooner or later. But the next one, let's move along here. Movies and shows. Now, me, myself, I could talk all day till I'm drying the mouth about this because I'm a huge TV watcher. I'm a huge movie person. So these are all things that, you could talk about, and especially if you're watching them together, because new episodes come on weekly. You give each other's, opinions on it and everything, whether you both laugh, whether you cry, whether you just flat out get angry over the outcome of it. It's something to talk about. And that's one of my favorites right there. I mean, you get me to talking about a Marvel movie or one of my favorites, Chicago PD, or, there's a whole laundry list of shows for me. I mean, I could sit down the original Law and Order, talk you till you blue in the face on that. Like I said, a huge WWE fan, UFC fan. I talk about that all day till I'm blue in the face. So, yeah, and I think just about anybody, is, because everyone has their favorite something on TV that they like. You may not be a huge TV watcher, but it's something that they like. I'm about to poke fun at someone, and this is going to be subliminal. Hopefully they don't get mad at me, but I'm a huge Family Guy watcher, especially the episodes that surface around Stewie and Brian. But long story short, with someone and they confessed with me that they did not like the show. They was only watching it because I was watching it. They find that TV show and TV shows like that are the decline of civilization. I had to think about it. I said, now all that's wrong with the world, you gonna blame that on Peter Griffin? But okay, that's something for another show. But I would never agree with that statement, but I'm a huge Family Guy watcher. So, I'll go on Hulu and I could watch that all day. But yeah, movies and shows are definitely one that couples can sit down and they can talk about and spend a great deal of time talking about too. The last one that we have here, and this will be wrapping it up. The future and the past. That's something any couple can talk about. The past may not always be the best thing to talk about. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it's just something you don't want to relive. But it helps, especially if you have someone supportive that cares for you to discuss this with. And I fully agree with that. Sometimes you'd be surprised talking about how painful. Brad chimes in, what's going on, buddy? I ain't heard from you all hour. If a girl doesn't love the Patriots, then she needs to go. Right? He has his standards, Hey, I can't knock him for it. He has his standards. If you're not a Patriot fan, leave Brad alone. Shit, he already told you. But oh man, love Brad. But yeah, if you have a painful past or something that's bothering you, you'd be surprised at talking that over with your partner, getting that off your chest, especially if they're super supportive, can take you guys to the next level. And I fully encourage that. Now, the future, on the other hand, is a must for any couple to discuss, because plans, dreams, goals, these are things that can be great to discuss, because think of the saying, steel sharpens steel. So when you talk about future plans and goals, it helps you get in tune with each other and to get you excited and motivated on things, and nothing is more better than that. Getting excited and motivated with the person you love on planning goals together and a bright future together. Now, that's all I have for now. I want to thank everyone for chiming in. Laura, Brad, Tanya, Mr. Entertainment, especially my man Mike for tuning in. I want to thank everybody. Like I said, these next few months is going to be rough for me and the entertainment experience, because Mondays are, we know what it is. It's the NFL season. I don't expect people to stop watching the game to tune in, but I do expect you to find time throughout the week to tune in to not only me, but everyone on my toxic family at Toxic Radio. Now, Mike, can you come on real quick, please?
I got it.
Would you like to talk about? We got a minute left.
Yes.
You want to save this for a future episode, but what about November 7th? Would you like to?
November 7th, yeah, we just put the Facebook invite out. You're going to start seeing some more advertisements for it, some more info, some more details. But November 7th is the Toxic Tailgate going on down at the link. We do not have what lot it is going to be at yet. That has not been established, but we will be giving that info out as it gets closer to game day. But if anybody's ever come out, we've done Toxic Tailgates a few times. They've always been a huge success. Everybody has a great time. We usually get the people that are there just tailgating to also join in. For some reason, the strippers from the local strip clubs love to come over. They love to spin the wheel.
I will be there for it.
You got to come over and check them out. We usually exchange whatever goods we have. They give. Last time we got really cool gloves off them. But no, we have a good time. It's going to be live broadcast, live music, a possible live performance by the Funky Contradictions' own Supreme. I'm in talks with him about doing a live performance there. We're going to have food. We're going to have people from all different shows. We're going to have people from, we're going to have the host of, well, hopefully, obviously Relationships 101 will be there.
Yes, indeed.
But we're also going to have Wire to Wire is going to be in the house there. The guys from the brand new Birds Deep podcast, which is an Eagles only podcast. The Godfrey will be coming out. And we're trying to get Rick from Paradelphia. Just going to have a really good time. Again, rocking out to some music. Huge giveaways, more so than we've ever done. If people have been paying attention to my personal Facebook page, because I know all of you are friends with me anyway, but also check it out. It'll be coming up on the Toxic Facebook page. We've got brand new T-shirts, brand new zip-up hoodies, just in time for the cold weather.
And they're hot. I like them.
They're really, really great. Everybody's already hit me up. I'm working my balls off getting them all done for all the orders we're getting. But we're going to be having, look, if you're watching the live stream, you got one of the shirts front and back.
Don't play it safe, play it toxic.
There you go. We're going to be doing giveaways of those and selling some of them if you don't win them on the prize wheel. Like I said, it's going to be a hootenanny. It's going to be a good time. I
don't know if that draws people, but okay. I want to encourage everyone to come on out and have a good time November 7th. I thank you for tuning in. This is Relationships 101 Podcast. I'm your host, John Evans. Thank you so much. Mike, play me out, please.